today we make an interview with my Professor of Education, David Herrera-Pastor. So come on, we start it. Hola David.
Hola.
Thank you to make the interview today with me. David is my Professor of Education here in Malaga, and today we talk about his way, how he is becoming a Professor of Education here.
Yes.
Since when you are a professor here at the university?
Well, I started in 2004. I got a scholarship, and through that I started teaching a little bit at the beginning, and also started with my doctoral studies. So that's basically how I started studying, making my doctoral thesis. I joined a research group, and little by little started researching on different fields and teaching at the same time.
And how old are you? Can I ask you?
Yes, I'm 40.
40.
So I started 15, around 15 years ago now.
15 years ago?
Yeah.
So good. And you're also a father of one daughter. And is it, when you were so small as your daughter, do you believe that you will be one day a professor of education?
No, not at all. Not at all, because my background is completely different. My family is a working class family. I come from a kind of very poor family with difficult backgrounds. So I was the first one in my whole family who went to university. So all my expectations were in a completely different way. So this is kind of by random. So life is complex, and you don't know how you are going to end up at the end. So, but that life gave me a different chance. So that was good.
So good. And when you was a small child, what do you thought you will be? Was it so different?
Yes, completely different. I thought I was gonna work in the building site, or in a garage, or as a technician, mechanic, something like that. But nothing related. I have no links with education, or nobody in my family is a teacher, or so. No, that wasn't on my plans at all.
So how did that all start? What was your first steps into direction of education?
Well, I started. It's a long story. Right? I'll try to summarize.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be. I went to secondary school. It was a technician school because I was one of those kids that school didn't like very much. So the message I received from school is, you are not able to go to university, so you have to study technical career. So I went to secondary school to study electronics. That's what I studied. Whereas all my friends went to the secondary school that took them to university. They didn't go at the end, but that's very paradoxical. I was the only one taken to that other secondary school, and eventually I've been the only one who went to university. And I started studying. I felt curious about learning and about education and humanities. Actually, when I was already working, because in Spain you have to do the military service when you are 18, 19. So I was doing that, and I decided that I didn't like the life I was having until that moment. And I realized that I could learn something else. So I decided to join the university to start a degree here, just for fun, for curiosity, because I like it to learn about humanities, people, teaching. So it was just, I did it just for opening my horizons, if we can say that.
So interesting. So it wasn't your main goal to become a professor, it
not
was
at all.
just more your interest.
Yes. Nothing to do with my first expectations or my family expectations. So it was something that I found on my own way. So it's something I started building myself from nothing.
Wow. So good. And when came the moment that you realized, okay, this is my other way, this is now my way, my direction I have to go?
Well, the first year I started the university degree, I was very lucky. I had a couple of teachers, professors here. One of them, José Manuel Esteve, who was very inspiring to me, and I realized that I wanted to. Well, I realized that education was. I wanted to build my life around education, and one of the main reasons was that mom. He was really inspiring because one of the best teachers, probably the best teacher I had during my whole university degree. I had very good teachers during the whole career, but he was a point of reference for me.
So good. And now you are teaching me and others in class about education. For example, what we teacher should know, how to educate our students in the future.
To me, education is one of the main pillars of the human being. So we are different to the rest of the animal species because of education. So education is the means through which we can get our best version. So we can grow a lot, mainly through education, and education in many different ways and different processes. So if we want individually to grow, we need education, and also as a community, as a society, if we want to make a better world, we definitely need education. So that's why I think it's so important. And that's why I put all my hopes on all of you, because I know you're very talented, and we need teachers who feel their commitment and also the responsibility, because teachers are the means through which we can get this goal.
Yeah, you are your whole life in a school situation. Starting in the kindergarten is also like a system, a little bit different, but all like this system of schooling. It goes your whole way, and it's so important to know it because it's such a big thing in your life. And I believe that when teachers start to educate not well, all the learning, all that things what is so important for you, all the growing can get lost, because you have the connection with the emotion fear. Like you have a fear because you go in school and everything what you do is not that good how it could be and how it should be, and the feeling of fear is then so it's getting bigger, and you connect education learning with fear. In our class we saw that a lot of people say, yeah, we have the feeling of fear connected with learning because of old situations.
Well, to me, education is not connected to fear at all. It's just the opposite. Education should be, as I say, is connected to growing up in every different way, in all your dimensions as human beings. So it can't be connected with fear. So it's very sad to hear testimonies from students who have felt that in school, because human beings are curious by nature. If schools are killing our curiosity or killing our motivation to learn, that's really terrible, because schools are supposed to be a cultural center where we are exploring life and, as I say, growing ways. So we need to try to create schools or any educational center as a place, as a stimulating place.
Yeah. The way from the whole beginning till now, how do you feel when you think about how your way was going on?
Well, as I say, it has not been easy at all. It has been very difficult, and also the academic world is very difficult inside as well. So when you are a working class guy and you are not used to this microculture here, at least something I learned is that you have to get used to how this works. Well, I can tell you lots of stories about different situations here, about teams, very close teams, and it's difficult to get in there, and it's difficult to make your own space when you want to be independent, because it's very difficult to be independent. So there are...
Also as a professor.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So, but it's your choice. You choose if you want to be one way or the other. To me, that's something I learned since I was a child. You have to face life as it is, and it has not been easy to get here. It is not easy yet. It is quite difficult sometimes, but that's the way it is. It's a question of facing those troubles, learning from them, and go to the next steps. My only regret is when I think on my family. I don't spend much time with especially with my wife and daughter, because I want to be independent even in the academic world, and I don't want to follow the mainstream as some people does. So it's taking me a big part of my life, but I'm doing my own way.
So you want to bring your thoughts, your ideas out and create something?
In my way. I want to do that in my way. Yeah,
this is so important, and I really like that you do things like this, because this is not always easy to put your own ideas into this reality, to create something out of it, because there are a lot of people who believe different, or a lot of groups, they don't want to get you in, but I love that you stay focused on it. And what do you would say to people who want to go a way like you into this direction? Could you say them some tips, some things what they have to think about?
Well, I don't want anybody to be like me at all. I want everybody to be like they want, what they want to be. So I want everybody to be genuine, and that's something that is missing very much in current society. So be yourself. Obviously, we are made of many influences, but you can choose if you are genuine or you are just a bunch of different bits from somebody else. So be genuine, think by yourself, make your own decisions, take your decisions, and choose the life you want. That's what I would say in that sense.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making the interview with me. It was a blast.
Thank you for developing this project. I think it's very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you for thinking of me to do this interview.
Of course, you have inspired me also. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. All the best.
You too.
And good luck with it. So, very good.
Thanks.
Right. So